Hey guys, me Tiffany, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you're new here. Today I'll be starting a new series here, Eternal Butler. This is something that you guys kind of voted on because I had no idea what to watch. There were so many options, and there was a lot of reviews that are more on the negative side for certain shows that I thought that I would like, and then I was like, ooh, maybe not. So we're gonna do Eternal Butler because this is more lighthearted and more fun. After watching Spare Me Your Mercy, it's kind of intense and stressful to watch. So yeah, I'm excited for this series. It is a Taiwanese BL, which I haven't done a Taiwanese BL in a minute, so I'm excited to do that. But that also being said, when we watch shows that are in Mandarin, my Chinglish comes out, and I would start speaking and saying things back to the characters in Chinese. So always, if I say something and I don't translate it right afterwards and you guys are confused on kind of what I'm saying, put a timestamp down below and I'll translate what I say. So yeah, but I'm excited to see how this series go. I have no clue what this is about. The only thing I know is that it is about an AI robot, and this is kind of a spin-off of Anti-Reset, which is another BL from VBL, a Taiwanese BL production company. So it's gonna be interesting. So without further ado, let's watch episode 1 of Eternal Butler. Oh, also the reason why I'm only one episode today is because there's currently 4 episodes out, but if I start this week and do episode 1 and episode 2, it just doesn't line up for the timing wise. At one point I have to watch 1 episode somewhere, so I'm also really excited to watch the series. So I might as well do episode 1 here today and then do episode 2 and 3, and then 3 and 4 and 5 and stuff like that, so that the timing matches up more. So yeah. 机器人来了，当然力气大。Oh, this position though. A little intimate. Okay. He's shocked. He's like, what is going on? Look at his reaction. He's like, oh. Oh. He's so much more touchy. Bro. Wow. Not the whisper. Okay. Interesting. But that's my reaction to episode 1 of Eternal Butler, and I saw a cameo from what's his name? From Anti-Reset. But yeah, this is fun. This is fun. It has a very different dynamic, I think, from number 4. I think he's a bodyguard, and he's more more strict, and feels like military type, really to the T and everything. Where is his name Evernine? I think that's what his name is. And he felt different. He felt softer and cuter. So I love the contrast of these different type of robots, and it seems like they're programmed very differently as well too. So this is there's different versions of the robot. So we're seeing a different type style. So it's gonna be a lot different. And there's a whole part about at the beginning where he was kind of advocating for rights for AI robots, I guess, biosynthetic robots. And I think that's gonna play a big role into it, because even in this moment he's in the when they were having a conversation, he was the non-robot, I haven't got their names yet. The non-robot was oh, I'm gonna touch and do everything. He's they're so I have my kind of rules, don't do this, don't do that kind of moment here. I feel he's standing for himself, and that kind of individuality that he's advocating for. So I feel that's gonna come to play later on as well too. But I don't know, there's 8 episodes to the series, so things are definitely gonna move really quickly, especially just only 30 minutes max for each episode. But interestingly, next episode seems we're already developing something, and even in episode 1 there was a lot of innuendos in many ways, as well as just more sexual tension between the 2 characters. So it's really fun. It's very different. Honestly, it just feels so nice to watch something that's more goofy and funny. Oh my god. Oh my god, what are we watching? Nothing, Bombay. Oh my god. He's what the fuck? I just got here. Oh my.
我有一个机器人，养着养着，仿佛有点不对。
我有了我的小少爷，不太听话，调教有点阻碍。
Okay, we're gonna talk about the episode because I feel like I'm gonna forget, but I have a lot to say. What's his name? The Sawyer. I forgot his name, so we're gonna call him Sawyer for now. He obviously has had a traumatic event with his mom, who I think tried to hurt herself. I have a feeling it. I don't think it succeeded. I'm not really sure, but he had a traumatic event to cause him to kind of like to be afraid of love in like in many different kind of capacity and being cared about because he's afraid that they're gonna leave like his mom, and just kind of like his mom and his dad's relationship I think also impacted because of everything that happened. And like it seems like the dad got rich and like all cared about money, and like money is like the reason why their family kind of broke apart. So he has this kind of like hatred towards that, and like he wants to distance himself from that. But at the same time, you can clearly see that he longs that attention and longs that care. So like many times he like, I feel like in the future we're gonna find out he does a lot of these like penny stuff, which is, how do you say penny in English? Like rebellious things. He is because he wants that attention from his dad to kind of care, but at the same time he despises his dad for everything he's done. So that kind of like oppositional kind of like feeling towards his dad, but at the same time wants that attention. And then wherever not 4 comes in as like he's getting that attention from him. He's like this like caringness and that attention, that loving feeling that he kind of lost with his mom, and like kind of fear because of his mom and his dad's divorce and all the incident that happened and all that kind of stuff that like, kind of traumatized him. So all that thing, like he's kind of like despising it. It's like really conflicting feeling, but he's like enjoying. So like when that kiss happened, like this like kind of moment, he's like, this person cares about me, and all these different action happened. He's like, he really enjoys it, and it really like moved him and like made him feel warm and feel different. And it's like you can see that he's like fighting himself a lot into this because like his body and his heart is like going one direction of like, I am enjoying this, I love this, the attention, this care, and this is something that I haven't had in so long, that I've been longing for. But in his mind he's struggling really hard. It's like, this is gross, I hate this, I don't want this, because his fear of being abandoned, fear of losing that care and that love because of his past. So I like, it's really fascinating. There's like this 30-minute episode got so much into his character already, and I was like, oh, really fun. And then like in addition to that, we can see that like Ever 4 is like also changing. He's this more logistics, stats based robot who doesn't really have much of a heart compared to Ever 9, who was more caring of character of a robot. And we can see the difference between them a little bit. Like we can show like when he was like kind of like getting advice or like learning from it. From Ever 9 and all that kind of stuff, but we're gonna see him getting more caring, and you can see that he's shifting a little bit to use his heart and to learn it. We're gonna see that I think he's gonna start feeling these emotions. I think like even for himself now, he thinks that he's fixing this task. He sees that his boss wants him to act or do a certain way. I think he can feel, and he's doing that. But I think there's also a part of him that's like starting to fall in love as well too. So I think it's harder to see now to see exactly where he's heading to or like what he's feeling, because he's still like more robotic than humanoid, I guess, for now. But I think as we go on to the episode 3, we're gonna see more of that change. So yeah. Are you gonna get jealous? I feel like he's gonna get jealous.
凡事呢，总有先来后到，不是你不好，只是太晚了。
Girl, same reaction, because like the way he was like reacting, laughing, I was joking about the whole jealousy thing because it's too early on, right? And then I was like, the way he smiles too, and like he's like, huh, it's a good way to get rid of you if you fall in love with somebody else, right? But this man said, first come, first fucking serve. Boy, you're in love. Okay, you're in love. Ooh, oh my god, my man is sulking.
我是他的东西，是主观的所属在我。他是我的客户，是客观的实质关系。
But it makes you uncomfortable.
就以往经验，我其实不用待在里面。
But you're uncomfortable
但为何
because you're in love. that's episode 3's reaction, and interesting. If this episode definitely felt a lot shorter than the other one, but a lot of it kind of went a different direction than I thought it really went. Like, I kind of expected all of this, I guess, like, knowing what we saw in episode 2 and stuff like that. But, like, I didn't expect Busu to kind of, like, express these kind of emotions and this, like, kind of jealousy thing so early on, you know? But it's interesting, because this episode was all of his jealousy, and you kind of see that, like, there is still that conflict and, like, conflicting kind of moments in him, but I think that, like, I forgot his name. Is it Chensu? No. I forgot his name. But the robot, he like, kind of, like, pushed a button in Busu to the point where, like, this kind of connection, this longing really, like, is what he's been longing for so long. He's finally getting something like that, and it kind of, like, made him, like, even his action and his mind to be so confused that, like, I think he says things in a way, but at the same time that this, like, connection, this love, and this kind of possessiveness has overshadowed his mind as well too. So when people ask him directly, he's gonna refute what he feels and the actions he's done. It's like, he's just, like, somebody that I own and stuff like that. But in reality, it's more of, like, even, like, in his mind, he's like in love, you know? It's hard to explain, but, like, it's like that kind of, like, strength of this, like, love and this connection that these two have. And so, like, even, like, when the girl was kind of, like, getting on to the robot character, and then he's like, make sure, like, tell her, like, who, like, kind of owns you, that way. It's that way, like, it's kind of the possessiveness that is kind of being presented as this, like, ownership right now, but it's clearly jealousy. Like, he's uncomfortable that, like, somebody else is touching his man and stuff like that. So yeah, I really like that scene where we can see what's his name? Can we, like, do we not? They just call it Ever4 in the translation, but he's obviously has it in, like, in Chinese. But for some reason, I cannot, like, think of that ever. What is ever in Chinese? I can't think of it right now. But that scene where he was, like, in the hallway or, like, outside, he was like, I don't have to be inside, but, like, why do I feel so uncomfortable? Why do I feel, like, this feeling right here? And it's like we clearly see his shift through this, like, logistic rule following person to, like, questioning why these emotions are happening, because he's probably never felt these kind, because his job has always been, like, this bodyguard, you know, strict to strategically done things in a way, and, like, not taking care, like, bodyguard as in, like, we're in danger and we're protecting my master for certain things here and there. But this one is more of, like, I'm taking care of that person, I'm loving, and I'm being that warmer kind of person with that heart and stuff like that. So, like, I think it's, like, really hitting him differently as well too. So I just really love that scene a lot. I don't know exactly the reasoning why they got drugged, like, what's the thing behind it. Is it the guy who kind of told him to, like, have the party doing this, or what's going on? So, like, I think that's gonna be, like, 4 and 5 that we're gonna do something along that line. But yeah, it's really interesting. I don't know, like because, like, obviously this is gonna be the plot, it's gonna be them and their love story, but I feel like there's another layer to that, and I feel like the dad and even, like, the company that owns the robots kind of have some agenda for this series as well. There's 12 episodes, so there's definitely gonna be more than just a romantic story that we're gonna see from them. So I'm excited to explore that aspect of that too. So yeah, this show is really fun. I think I'm having such a fun time too. I think it's lighthearted, it's simple, it's easy to watch, it's perfect for me right now. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, and follow me on my social media link down below. See you next time. Bye.